Get ready, it's coming. A super sales event. It's Super Saturday at Bacon's with a special preview day Friday only. It's Super Saturday at Bacon's.
These women just found out they're pregnant, and they're revealing the news to their men in the most outrageous way on the next Mark.
Tomorrow at 11 on WHAS-11. This is Kentuckiana's 24-hour news channel, WHAS-11. Live at 11 from the leader in television news, Gary Odemeyer, Melissa Swan, and Chuck Taylor. This is Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS-11.
Tonight, New Albany police officers are put to the test. A cardboard target and a split-second decision. Shoot or don't shoot. This training prepares them for what officers say is the most frightening moment a cop can face.
Now we have moving targets, the ability to have video with the laser guns and stuff, and I think that helps the decision-making courses a lot more now and takes some of the stress off the officer when he gets out on the street.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Swan. Gary has this night off. Tonight, New Albany police are preparing for the worst. Officers are required to be certified in what's called a shoot-don't-shoot course each year. And it's a coincidence that it comes just 24 hours after a Louisville police officer shoots a man. George Salles has more tonight on police officers preparing to know when to use deadly force.
We've got units on the backside.
It's the cop's most vital question, when to shoot.
Look for the threat. Remember the ability, the opportunity, and the jeopardy. If all three elements are there, you're justified in shooting. Okay, drop it!
The idea here is to create the situation and the stress. Then grade them on it.
You got the puppy dog twice, too. Obviously, had you not stopped them, they would have hurt you.
They say one of the hardest parts is teaching the decision-making process. Officers figuring out how to tell the good guys from the bad ones.
As recently as tonight on the way down here, I heard them put out a run, a fight in progress, subject with a gun. They got there trying to be a water pistol.
Police, drop it.
Courts have ruled an officer can use an amount of force one level higher than what they're being resisted with.
A ball bat, a pool stick, anything, a tar tool, a screwdriver, a piece of wood. That can be used as a defensive tool. That can give me serious bodily injury or a third person serious bodily injury. Then I'm justified in using lethal force.
Justified or not, they know the spotlight will be on them when they fire that gun.
You really don't have time, but it does. I know it flashes, and it could be in your subconscious that you're thinking of what would happen to you if you make the wrong move or do something too hastily.
They say their main goal,
decock and holster,
is to keep from shooting at all. George Sells, Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS-11.
Police say tonight's drills are just a small part of an extensive training program aimed at helping officers make the right choice in a shoot-don't-shoot situation. A man shot by a Louisville police officer is in stable condition tonight. Police have charged Cortez Mask with 2 counts of wanton endangerment for his run-in with police last night. Police say Mask charged an officer with a sharp, broken pool cue. That officer is Kevin Thompson. He shot Mask once in the side. Police have already arrested Mask 4 times this year. Officer Kevin Thompson is on paid leave while police investigate the shooting. That is standard procedure. And now in the neighborhood where that shooting happened last night, a vigil. About a dozen youngsters gathered this evening with Reverend Isaac Shoulders. Reverend Shoulders says the community is too apathetic about violence, so he invited these young people to join him in prayer.
We must stop him, or we're going to perish. If we don't save ourselves, there is no salvation for us. I'm hoping, and I'm praying.
Reverend Shoulders says he plans to hold this vigil on a regular basis as long as the youngsters are interested in taking part. And as that vigil was going on, just a couple of miles away, another shooting. Tonight, police continue to search for 2 suspects in that case. A juvenile is in stable condition after being shot near this intersection. Police say an officer saw 2 suspects, both with guns. When the suspects ran from the scene, one of the guns was tossed underneath his car. The shooting happened around 5:30 this evening. Police have made an arrest in a shooting here at the Shepherd Square Apartments that took place Monday night. Today, a 17-year-old boy was arrested for shooting and killing Tony Stewart. Police say witnesses at the scene helped lead them to their suspect. Bob Dole promised to take a tougher tact in his debate with President Clinton tonight. And during the town meeting-style debate in San Diego, the Republican touched on problems in the White House, but there was very little new or different about tonight's discussion.
Without trashing hard.
In San Diego, the town where Bob Dole got his biggest campaign boost after the Republican convention, the two candidates meet to take questions from undecided voters. And in his answer to the first question, Bob Dole referred to the scandals in the White House.
Many American people have lost their faith in government. They see scandals almost on a daily basis.
But Dole did not elaborate. Throughout the questioning, the candidates talked about health care, increasing pay for the military personnel and defense spending, peace in the Middle East, and tobacco.
But you didn't think nicotine was addictive. Would you care to, are you still hold to that statement, or do you wish to recant or explain yourself?
Maybe they probably are addicted. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You shouldn't smoke. You got to be glad you quit, Oscar. 30 years? Yeah. And it seems to me that what we need to do is to talk about not only tobacco, but drugs.
No president had ever taken on the tobacco lobby before. I did. Senator Dole opposed me. He went down and made a speech to people who were on his side saying that I did the wrong thing. I think I did the right thing. On drugs, I have repeatedly said drugs are wrong and illegal and can kill you. We have strengthened enforcement, and everybody in San Diego knows we've strengthened control of the border.
In the final minutes of the debate, Dole again brought up the so-called Filegate episode.
You have 900 files gathered up by some guy who was a bouncer in a bar and hired a security officer to collect files.
But the question was never answered or asked again. What is clear, however, is that taxes are the burning issue in this campaign.
7 Nobel Prize winners have said if this tax scheme passes, it will require huge cuts, 40% in the environment and law enforcement and education. It will require bigger cuts in Medicare than I vetoed last time. My targeted tax cut gives tax cuts for education, child rearing, buying a first-time home, paying for health care costs, and it's paid for. And I told you how I'll pay for it. He won't tell you because he can't.
I must say I'm a little offended by this word scheme. You talked about, last time you talked about a risky scheme, and then Vice President Gore repeated it about 10 times in St. Petersburg. If I have anything in politics, it's my word. My colleagues, Democrats and Republicans, will tell you that Bob Dole kept his word. I'm going to keep my word to you. I'm going to keep my word to you.
Tonight's debate was the last debate scheduled for the candidates. However, Bob Dole suggests more debates may get more people interested. Dole says he would be willing to have yet another debate. Bob Dole will be in Kentucky again this weekend. He travels to Somerset, Kentucky in Pulaski County. Dole will attend a rally on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and the news channel will be there, and we will bring you live coverage. As part of a national project, a group of first-time voters gathered in Louisville to watch and discuss tonight's debate. Debate Watch 96 is a grassroots effort to get voters talking about the issues of this campaign. As Ann Jewell reports, these first-time voters are taking the time to be educated.
It's an awesome responsibility.
First-time voters watch and write. Mike Adams worries his generation will be stuck paying off a huge national debt. He will vote for Dole.
I'm hoping lightning might strike. I'm hoping that Dole has rehearsed well for this and he'll come out and really show that he is a compassionate guy, because I really think that he is. I think that he grew up in modest circumstances just like Bill Clinton did, and I think that he has the same compassion that Clinton does, really.
Some of these debate watchers could have voted before this, but elected not to.
Because I didn't think that I had a right to vote if I didn't know what the true issues were. But now that I know what the issues are and I know what the candidates stand for, then I felt informed enough to vote.
I feel like that's a major problem in this country. I don't think the majority of the people who vote are as educated as they should be. And I was in no way educated before. But now I feel more educated enough to make a decision.
Will Vail says the ballot he casts in this race will be the first in a lifetime of voting.
If you don't vote, then you really shouldn't complain, because, if you don't speak up, then there's nothing you can do. There's no control that you can have.
Taking notes and taking control of their right to vote. Ann Jewell, Kentuckiana's News Channel, WHAS-11.
And the comments collected after the debate from this group will be combined with other groups across the nation and released to the public. Debate Watch 96 was sponsored by the Kentucky League of Cities and the Courier-Journal. Still ahead, here at 11 o'clock, a student opens fire at Purdue University. We'll tell you what happened and why some are blaming drugs. Plus, an 8-year-old boy may be permanently kicked out of his school for failing to dress like this. We'll have that story when we come back.
The news on Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS-11, is sponsored by your local Chrysler and Plymouth dealer, home of the minivan.
The clever idea people from Plymouth are at it again with another clever idea. Plymouth Voyager Plus. What's the plus? $1,250 of package values at no extra charge. Like air conditioning, 7-passenger seating, and a whole lot more for this great price. Now that's a big plus. Plymouth Voyager Plus. At your Plymouth dealer. Aren't they clever?
Our courts were stalled, setting dangerous felons free. The solution? Nick King's Rocket Docket. Nick King's Rocket Docket made our courts work, convicted criminals faster, and saved tax money. Using the Rocket Docket, King led the Commonwealth Attorney's Office to an impressive 90% conviction rate.
Nick King's Rocket Docket is fast and efficient, and those who belong in jail go to jail.
Nick King, prosecutor, reformer, a champion for families. Nick King, Supreme Court.
4 good reasons to watch live Saturday morning. The latest news, storm team weather, the weekend gardeners, the weekend review. Live Saturday morning on WHAS 11.
I will be the president who preserves and strengthens and protects Medicare. I was there, fighting the fight, voting against Medicare, one of 12, because we knew it wouldn't work.
Last year, Dole Gingrich tried to cut Medicare, $270 billion.
Give children a chance in life. Give them an education. We're going to eliminate the Department of Education. We don't need it in the first place. I didn't vote for it in 1979.
Dole tried to slash college scholarships.
Voting against Medicare.
Wrong in the past.
We're going to eliminate the Department of Education.
Wrong for our future.
I believe in certain things. I believe in saying good morning. I believe in helping my neighbor. I believe in helping myself to the breakfast bar at Shoney's. We're talking a classic American breakfast. Everything from scrambled eggs and bacon to fresh fruit and biscuits. And you know what? If you sit yourself down now at Shoney's, you can get it all for just $2.99. Something else I believe in. Sacrifice.
96.
I see Mr. Clinton now.
The politicians.
And here's our plan.
When the newsmakers come to Kentuckiana, the news channel is there for you.
Thank you for this, Louisville Slugger.
Staying with the story until the very end.
And you have just been listening to the President of the United States.
When it's important to you, stay with the resources of Kentuckiana's news channel.
There goes the President.
Coverage you can count on. Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11. You're watching live coverage you can count on. Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
Tonight, nearly a dozen students are recovering from their injuries after their school bus hit a coal truck. The accident happened in eastern Kentucky in Floyd County. The sheriff says the bus sideswiped the parked coal truck. The bus was full of students. Many of them have cuts, a few have broken bones, but none of the injuries appears to be life-threatening. And this was the scene at Purdue University earlier today. Police say a student shot and killed a dormitory counselor and then killed himself. Police surrounded the dorm for more than 2 hours after the gunman locked himself inside his room. A SWAT team fired tear gas inside. When they entered the room, they found the dead student. Now, drugs may have led to that shooting. Another student says the counselor found cocaine on the student yesterday and reported it to the campus police. The campus police searched the student's room and car, and they did find drugs. Tomorrow, a boy in Illinois will find out if he will be permanently kicked out of his school for not wearing his uniform. This is a picture of the boy, 8-year-old Adam Levin. Levin goes to this school in Calumet City where he is supposed to dress like these boys, white shirt and blue slacks. Instead, Levin has been wearing this, a white pullover and blue jeans. Levin has been suspended 3 times this year. Levin's mother says abiding by the dress code requires her to buy new clothes. She says that conflicts with her Christian tradition of waste not, want not. But the superintendent says the family has no legitimate religious conflicts. Well, we hope you had a chance to enjoy today's warm temperatures and that sunshine, because the change is definitely on the way. There's a chill ahead in the Storm Team forecast. Beth Andrews has the details.
It's time to play the Kentucky Lottery. Hi, I'm Lynn Haas. Tonight's winning pick 3 number is 8, 5, 5. That's 855. Donna?
Hi, I'm Donna Craycroft. Tonight's winning pick 4 number is 1, 2, 0, 2. That's 1202. Lynn?
Get ready for Cash 5, where you could win up to $100,000 in one lump sum. Tonight's winning numbers are number 14, followed by number 27. Match 2 or more numbers in any order and you're a winner. Number 34, number 8, and the final number with $100,000 in cash is number 9. That's 14, 27, 34, 8, and 9. Donna?
Tonight's Lotto Kentucky jackpot is worth $9,200,000. Here are tonight's winning numbers. Number 2, followed by number 32. Our third number is number 19. Number 7, match 4 and win $50. Number 36, match 5 and win $1,000. And the final number is number 20. Good night and good luck from the Kentucky Lottery.
So you want to know what's new at your Ford dealer?
The 97 Ford Explorer, a new, more powerful standard V6 engine. An improved optional V8 offers full-time 4x4 traction control. Explorer also features standard dual airbags, four-wheel anti-lock brakes, and side door intrusion beams for added safety and protection. Now the lowest lease rate ever means lower monthly payments on the #1 selling Explorer.
It's time to see what's new at your local Ford dealer.
It's clear that Republicans and Northup and Newt Gingrich want to roll back the clock, back to the days of polluted rivers and streams. As a longtime state legislator, Ann Northup wanted to grant immunity to polluters, and she tried to weaken pollution laws. Republican Ann Northup has promised to support the Gingrich budget, which would gut our environmental laws. Not Mike Ward. He shares our values. Mike Ward will protect Kentucky's environment. He'll vote against Newt Gingrich.
Kentuckiana's most trusted source for weather, meteorologist Chuck Taylor, Ken Schultz, Beth Andrews, Reed Yates, and Chris Phillips. The WHAS-11 Storm Team.
We're looking at a view of the national satellite picture. Most of the activity in the country right now is up around, Minnesota and the Dakotas. That's a system that's going to be affecting us in the next day, as the frontal boundary that's extending from it will move into the Ohio Valley. Also, you'll notice at the bottom of our screen, Tropical Storm Lily, which is still located southwest of Cuba and is drifting northwest right now, packing 65-mile-per-hour winds, could be a factor in the Florida Keys as early as Friday morning. So we're keeping an eye on that as it makes its way. Right now, it looks like it's moving up towards the Keys. In the meantime, we had some cloud cover today, especially during the morning hours, but that cleared out nicely for the afternoon, and pretty nice day today. Tomorrow's going to be not quite as nice, although it will be warm. We're going to have a high temperature in the upper 70s, but we have this system to our west that's actually moving quite quickly. It still looks like it's a ways off, but it'll be here pretty soon. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll certainly have a pretty good chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms around, and that'll be the case also tomorrow night. Behind this system, some very chilly air, so we're going to be looking at some big changes in our temperature. In fact, 59 may just seem warm to us by Saturday. 80% humidity and an easterly wind at 3 miles an hour, so just a very light breeze out there right now. 76 for our high today, 55 for our low this morning, so another wonderful day as far as temperature, and our monthly rainfall is still at about 1/4 of an inch. Tomorrow, this frontal system really starting to come into play. By the afternoon hours, we'll have a chance for seeing showers and thunderstorms in the area. And behind it, we have much colder air. By Friday, our high temperatures will only be in the 50s, dropping down to the lower 50s, even upper 40s in some locations by the afternoon and evening hours. So it's going to be a chilly one for you parents going out to see your kids play football Friday night, and chilly for us all at the start of the weekend. Tonight, partly cloudy, 54 for the low. Tomorrow, partly cloudy. cloudy with a chance for showers or thunderstorms developing. 77 for the high, and tomorrow night, good chance for rain. 58 for the low, dropping down into the low 50s by Friday afternoon, and low 50s for the high on Saturday, making it up to 60 on Sunday, but our overnight lows down there in the mid-30s. So a blast of wintry air coming in.
I hope this great autumn-like weather is not over.
Well, I'm sure we'll get a nice warm-up later next week.
We'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Thanks, Beth. Up next, we go online to find out which campaign issues are most important to you.
A simple thing can mean so very much. In 1996, Dare to Care will provide over 5 million pounds of food to children and families in need. Kroger supports Dare to Care because they've dared to care for 25 years.
Experts believe the next ice age could last well over 1 million years. Be prepared. Get a train cast furnace.
It's hard to stop a train, but it's impossible to stop Hettinger and Schuck.
When we sent Ron Lewis to Congress, he never forgot where he came from or who sent him. On the Agriculture Committee, Ron Lewis was a leader in the fight to get government off the backs of our farmers. Defying those who would scare our seniors, he's worked to save Medicare from bankruptcy and to let seniors keep more of what they earn. From making student loans more available to helping small business create more jobs. He's listening and working every day for Kentucky families. Effective, honest. Ron Lewis for Congress.
No one wants to inherit someone else's problems when buying a used vehicle. Well, with Green Tree Toyota's new certified used vehicles, you won't have to, because each previously driven vehicle is put through a comprehensive 128-point inspection, then backed with a 6-year, 100,000-mile warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance. So with Green Tree Toyota's certified used vehicles, at least one of your problems can be solved. Green Tree Toyota's certified used cars. The best new cars make the best used cars.
What were you going to give them? Apples? Save $1 a bag on these favorite Halloween treats at Walgreens. Your choice of big economy-sized bags, just $3.99. Choose from a large selection of adult and children's fabric Halloween costumes, now 50% off. And electric lighted pumpkins on sale for just $4.99. This week at Walgreens.
I'm Ted Koppel. Coming up on Nightline, eavesdropping on history, Lady Bird, Vietnam, and dumping the Secret Service, the LBJ tapes, tonight.
Tonight, the News Channel goes online, and we want to know, what is the most important election issue to you? We had a lot of email and fax responses. Here's what some of you had to say. Don Everett writes, the issue that would defeat Clinton, crime. Here, as on other issues, he speaks a good line, but he has consistently appointed soft on-crime liberals to federal judgeships. Jim C. of Louisville says the most important issue to him is the candidate's stance on the partial birth abortion ban. He writes, if they are for banning this horrific procedure, then I would vote for them. Since President Clinton refuses to ban the procedure, guess who I will be voting for? Richard Weigel says the most important issue to him is Medicare. He adds, also important is an affordable method of securing health insurance until Medicare becomes available, especially for those who have been displaced by corporate changes late in their life. We had a lot of responses tonight, and we thank you for your comments. We'll go online again next Wednesday night. Next, here on the News Channel in sports, Darryl Strawberry working on his swing. But why is everyone watching his toe? Gary Gufton has that story next.
Which pickup, do you suppose, has the most powerful gasoline engine, the most powerful diesel, the most cab room, the most available towing, the most available payload, better resale value than Ford, Chevy, or GMC? If you guessed Dodge Ram, you hit it right on the nose. Dodge Ram. The rules have changed.
I think a Walmart MasterCard sounds fantastic.
Walmart has a credit card?
Absolutely. We've done the Walmart card the Walmart way.
It's just a credit card with low interest. It's simple.
A fixed low interest rate is perfect.
And with the holidays coming, I could really use this card. It's a Walmart card, but you can use it wherever they take MasterCard.
You can't always pay it off at the end of the month, so of course, a low interest rate helps enormously.
We've always tried to save people money, and this is just one more way to do it.
Call now for your no annual fee Walmart MasterCard from Chase.
I'm so surprised that we didn't offer this card years ago. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
I thought Newt Gingrich's $270 billion cutback in Medicare was wrong. He wanted that for only one reason, to finance a tax cut for the wealthy. I agree that Medicare needs to be reformed, but that's not the way. We must go after fraud. If someone is stealing from Medicare, they ought to be punished. Our focus must be on making Medicare work honestly and efficiently for those who have earned it. Reform requires real change, but reform also means using common sense.
Hong Kong, the jewel of Asia, home to the only bill sponsored by Mitch McConnell that ever became law. It's hard to believe, but after 12 years, there's only one law McConnell can call his own, the U.S. Hong Kong Policy Act. Instead of looking out for Kentucky, McConnell looked out for Hong Kong business, taking thousands in campaign contributions and all expense-paid trips. While here at home, McConnell's voting the Gingrich agenda to cut Medicare and education. Mitch McConnell, working for wealthy special interests, not us. It's time for a change.
From behind the wheel, you might think of Dodge Caravan as a car. Probably because in some ways it is. Its cab-forward, wheels-to-the-corners design makes it stable and sure-footed, a lot like a car. Its advanced suspension makes it nimble and agile, a lot like a car. With all the utility of a spacious four-door van, all of which suggests we got the name right. Caravan. Just as original as the original.
Get ready, it's coming. A super sales event. It's Super Saturday at Bacon's with a special preview day Friday only. It's Super Saturday at Bacon's.
Now, WHAS 11 Sports, live with Gary Dupton.
Into center field, falling in a hurry. Grissom, the dive and the catch.
The Braves snag a win when they had to have it. Good evening, I'm Gary Gupton. More on that baseball game in just a minute, but first this breaking story. Radio reports out of Guatemala City are saying that 65 people, at least 65 people, died tonight just before play was to begin in a World Cup qualifying match between Guatemala and Costa Rica. Evidently, too many tickets were sold for the game, and the fans who couldn't get in tried to push themselves through a tunnel into the stadium. The tunnel was so packed that people were trampled and suffocated to death. Well, now on to baseball, where the Atlanta Braves didn't just have their backs against the wall, they were stuck somewhere in between the drywall and the 2x4s. The defending world champions had to beat St. Louis in 2 straight games to make it back to the World Series. They've got one of those wins now out of the way. Mark Lemke, batting about 400 in this series, drives in Jeff Blauser there, and that pushes Atlanta to a 2-run lead. Now, let me show you something happened in the 7th inning. I haven't seen this called since I was in Little League. Watch. Lemke's on third there. Brian Jordan fields it. Watch. See when he leaves the bag. That's about right? He's supposed to leave just after the ball's caught. Well, they scored the run, then they took it off the board because Tony La Russa protested, saying the runner had left too early. It didn't matter. Braves win it anyway. It's now a 3-3 series. The final score tonight, Atlanta wins it 3-1. The city that never sleeps is tonight sleepless because it's worried about a big toe. New York outfielder Darryl Strawberry has a broken big toe. Television crews and newspaper photographers spent most of the day trying to get a picture of it. Yankee fans are afraid that injury might limit Strawberry's play in the upcoming World Series, but Darryl says that won't happen.
Got to look at it as it's going to be pain no matter what, but, this is a series that nobody would like to miss, and, with this type of injury, I just still have the opportunity to perform it.
Game 1 of the World Series for Strawberry and his famous big toe will be played this Saturday. Louisville football coach Ron Cooper may want to add hazardous duty pay to the room, board, and tuition he's given the guys who play defense for him. The Cards have lost another defensive back for the season. Junior John Fuqua suffered ligament damage to his left knee during practice today, so Fuqua now joins Tony Bethel, another defensive back, as players who will miss the rest of the season due to injury. Another great athlete, this one from horse racing, is injured. Blood Horse magazine reports that Cigar, the horse that tied a North American record with 16 consecutive wins, is being treated for cracked quarter hoof. That's the same injury that limited unbridled song effectiveness in the Kentucky Derby this year. Cigar is still expected to race a week from Saturday as he goes for his unprecedented second straight Breeders' Cup Classic title. We've been following the Walden soccer team this year because school's only got about 50 kids, and they've managed to field one of the best teams in the state. So tonight, they were headed for uncharted territory, at least for Walden, the district championship.
Friday Night Flights!
Friday Night Flights? Oh, thanks, guys. We appreciate the plug. This is Walden, ranked number 4 in the state against Eastern, number 1 in the state, and that is a shot from Justin Fracker, who goes in 2-0 Eastern, and the Eagles beat Walden, and they win the title. The final was 3-0. So that would be Wednesday Night Flights, nothing but toes and soccer and
a different kind of ball, but
yeah.
you get the picture. Thank you. We'll have more after this.
Sports on Kentuckiana's news channel WHAS-11 is sponsored by Alternative Health. You need the alternative. Alternative Health.
How good is your health insurance? You need the alternative. Alternative Health. How good is your health insurance? You need the alternative. Alternative Health.
Hey, Max, glad I caught you. You know what I just discovered at Pizza Hut? The perfect pizza. Not too thick, not too thin. Just like, pizzeria pizza. Freshly baked every day. And here's the kicker. A ring of cheese baked right into the crust. Imagine.
Why are you telling me? I'm a dog.
I'm telling everyone.
Discover Pizzeria Stuffed Crust Pizza. Now we've got your pizza.
And the best part, Max, a large is only $8.99. Great, huh?
Now, here are tonight's Powerball winning numbers.
The brand. In the West, it's the way a man marks what's his. We're the beef people, and our WD brand is on every steak we sell. It means our U.S. choice beef has been specially aged and trimmed to ensure more flavor, more tender, juicy beef. WD brand, the mark of quality from Winn-Dixie, the beef people.
You'll never get over just landed at your Pontiac dealer. The new 1997 Wide Track Grand Prix from Pontiac.
Wide Track is back at your Kentuckiana Pontiac Pack dealer today.
And that is our news for this evening. Good Morning Kentuckiana begins at 5:30. We'll see you then, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Gross Diamond Centers is celebrating our 20th year with incredible values on diamond tennis bracelets. Wow, a 1-carat diamond tennis bracelet just $149. Yes, a 2-carat diamond tennis bracelet just $399. This smashing 3-carat diamond tennis bracelet only $699. Oh, yeah. An incredible 5-carat diamond tennis bracelet just $14.99. It's true, when the score is love, a diamond tennis bracelet is the perfect match. Gross Diamond Centers, Cupid's favorite.
To me, the most important thing for our kids' future is a good education. That's why, as governor, I'm going to put Indiana schools first. We'll start by getting drugs and violence out and parents and discipline back in. We'll cut the bureaucracy 40% and put that money into teaching our kids. We'll raise academic standards and put more computers in the classroom. If we want our kids to have the best opportunities, we need to give them better schools. As your governor, that's exactly what I'll do.
So, Ann, you are a lab technician at a Columbia hospital.
Yeah, well, we're really more than just a hospital.
Oh, Okay, what are you then?
WHMI is a consortium of healthcare professionals. We touch on virtually every facet of our patients' medical needs.
So if I get hurt, I need to say, quick, rush me to a consortium of healthcare professionals.
Exactly. I'm kidding you.